Hello, in this video I am going to discuss the difference between distance and displacement. You already understand what is distance and what is displacement. So during the motion of an object, which we have understood in our different class, so during the motion the object changes its position, right? So every time when object changes its position, we say that object is in motion, and during its motion it covers some length of the path. So length of the path that has been followed by the object or a person, that length of the path is called as the distance, length of the actual path that has been followed. Whereas displacement, it is nothing but the shortest distance between initial position from where the journey has started to the final position where journey has completed. It does not matter while we talk about displacement that to which path the journey is followed, by what path the journey is followed, right? It is just the straight line distance between initial and final position, right? So that is the displacement. These things we have understood in our last class. Now we will discuss the difference between distance and displacement. Okay, so let us take a simple example of an object. For example, it is at position A. This object starts its journey from position A and completes its journey at position B, and journey takes place through any path. It may take place through any path. For example, just like this is an any path. It may be straight or it may be curved path, right? So to differentiate among distance and displacement, I am just drawing this table, so of two columns, distance, displacement. So very first point of difference is what they are actually. So distance is the length of path taken. Path taken means path by which the journey has been carried out. So it is the length of the path taken during the journey. And displacement, it is always the length of shortest path between initial and final position of the object during the journey, right? So displacement, it is nothing but the shortest path, which is only the path that has been taken along a straight line. Only the shortest path is a straight line path. So this path may or may not exist, but it is the length of the straight line path between initial and final position. This path may or may not be feasible, but we take the displacement always as the straight line distance between initial and final position. So shortest path is the one which is along a straight line. So in place of shortest path, you can also say it to be a straight line path. Okay, so this is the first point of difference. Second point of difference, if we observe carefully, then we see that displacement can be, distance can be the, distance is length of the actual path that has been taken. So there can be any number of paths between A and B, between initial position and the final position. So in every path except this straight line path, the distance is different, but all these values of distances will always remain greater than the displacement, right, in that case. So, and if it is possible that there is a path between A and B along the straight line, then this also remains the actual path that has been taken for covering the journey from A to B. If there is straight line path to cover the journey between A and B, then it will also remain the length of the actual path, means distance, and this will also remain the displacement. So from there we understand that distance, it is always either more than the displacement or it is at least equal to the displacement, and it is no more less. So we can say distance is always more or equal to the displacement. And if this is the situation, what happens to the displacement? It is always less, or if the path is along the straight line, then it can be equal to the distance. So displacement is either less than or equal to the distance that has been followed by the object. Displacement is always less than if path is not along the straight line, and displacement is always short. The displacement always becomes short if the distance is followed by any path other than this straight line path. So if journey is followed by other than this straight line path, for example we are drawing here with the blue line, then this distance is always more than this straight line distance. So we can say that displacement, which is only the shortest distance, it is always less than the distance. So this is the second point of difference. Third point of difference: distance is a scalar physical quantity. We already understand what is a scalar quantity and what is a vector quantity, whereas displacement is a vector physical quantity. Right? So distance is a scalar quantity because there is only the information of magnitude of the length of the path, and there is nothing like direction. Whereas in displacement it gives two kinds of information: magnitude, that is how large is the displacement, and the direction also. How large is the displacement and in what direction. So there are two kinds of information associated with the displacement: magnitude as well as direction. So therefore such quantity is called as a vector physical quantity. Fourth point of difference is that distance, whenever journey begins, distance is always positive, right? Distance always has got some value, or whenever journey has begun, the position has changed, the displacement starts gaining the value. So means the distance is always positive, means the value of distance is always positive. It simply means that as the journey has started, the object has come into motion, it started covering the distance, it is attaining some positive value. So that is the positive meaning. And in case of displacement can be positive or negative. It can have both kinds of values during the motion. Let me explain this with the same example. Let me draw it here. Suppose that journey has started from initial position A and moved to position B, right, along the straight line as we are discussing in this chapter. So during the straight line motion, translatory motion, the object is moving from A to B along the straight line path and the journey has completed at the point B, right? So what is the displacement? It has got some positive value, means some value it has got. The point from where journey starts, we take it to be the O, or we can say 0 point, right? And where journey completes, we take it to be the final position. So we see there where the journey has completed on the right of the initial position or to the left of the initial position, right? It is not just about right or left, but it is about the initial direction in which the object is moving. We take it to be positive. It may be in right direction, it may be towards left direction, it may be towards upward direction, downward direction, forward direction, reverse direction. In whatever direction the journey starts at the first, we take it to be positive, right? So displacement takes the value whether it is positive or negative. It depends upon to which direction of the initial position the journey has completed. For example, in this case, the journey has started from A, so we take A as 0 and the object moves towards B, so we take this direction to be positive. So in this case, there is some positive value for the displacement. And in second case, suppose that journey is not completed at B, it is the momentary situation for the journey. When object starts from A, it moves to B and then comes back to A and moves back to the other side to point C. So journey has completed in a direction opposite to the initial direction. So we take this direction to be negative, right? So here the net displacement is the difference of the initial and the final position. So this remains the displacement. So whatever the length of this straight line distance is there, we take it to be negative. So here the displacement is negative because the final position is lying in opposite direction to the initial direction. So that this is how the displacement can also have a negative value. And the displacement can also, interestingly, let me sum up it in fifth point. Distance is always non-zero. When journey started, motion of the object started, distance has attained some value, so therefore it becomes non-zero. Whereas after completing the journey, displacement can be zero. Displacement can be zero. So this is what it means. So displacement can be zero. So how do we understand it? By this same example, suppose that journey has started from point A, it has moved to some point B and then come back to same position B, right? So initially it was moving in right direction to point B, so therefore we take the displacement to be positive. And then along the same path, the straight line path, the journey has taken in reverse direction till position A. So therefore initial and final position are same in this case of the object. So therefore the length of the shortest path, which is the difference between initial and final position, now because initial and final position are at the same point, so we can say the length is zero, so we can say displacement is zero. So that's why we can say that displacement can have zero value. Whereas in same journey, the displacement has attained non-zero value because distance is nothing but the length that has been traveled or covered. So it moves from A to B, then plus B from A. So it has some total value, which is sum of both of these two lengths. So therefore distance is always non-zero, whereas displacement can be zero, it can be positive, it can be negative. So this is about the difference between distance and displacement. That's all for now. In our next video, we will talk about speed and the velocity.